We're still 3 years away from the presidential primaries, but one Chicagoan is already making plans to possibly join the race. Former Chicago mayor and ambassador to Japan, Rahm Emanuel, says he's considering a run to replace President Trump. In an interview with Crain, Emanuel says he's looking at the Democratic field and what he could contribute. It comes as the former mayor has been making the media rounds, talking about what the party needs to do to bring voters back to its caucus. For him, he says that includes focus on so-called kitchen table issues and not worrying so much about political correctness. Here to walk us through the realities of Rahm's run for president or potential run is Pat Brady. He's former chairman of the Illinois Republican Party and a former federal and state prosecutor. Thanks for being with us.
Good to be here.
So this is kind of an incremental move, but in some ways it's kind of a big move because he's been coy about what he's looking at exactly. Talk about running for mayor again, maybe running for governor. What does this news signal to us exactly?
I think it signals he's seriously thinking about it, but I agree with you. I just saw him speak a couple weeks ago here, and he actually did a fantastic job. By the time I got done listening to the speech, I thought he was running for mayor. And the conventional wisdom is if J.B. Pritzker doesn't run for governor, that he may run for governor. So he's really stepping out here, but I think maybe he's just testing the waters because his message is not like the rest of the Democrats' message. He's much more centrist, kind of what Bill Clinton did in '92. And I think he's probably testing to see how well received that is, because there's some people that don't want to hear that message.
He's the consummate insider. He knows where the pieces and parts are all at. Can we discern that maybe he's got word that JB is running for a third term?
That's kind of what I thought when I saw the headlines yesterday, but we'll know in the next couple of weeks. I believe we have to because the Democratic slating process begins. But yeah, it's a chessboard right now.
Yeah.
And he is, Rahm Emanuel, one of the smartest political operatives probably in the world.
And when you talk about sort of a Clintonian Democrat, is that the kind of Democratic field we should expect? A bit more moderate, the Gavin Newsoms, the J.B. Pritzkers, the Rahm Emanuels of the world, compared to maybe what we've seen in recent runs?
Yeah, I wouldn't put Newsom in the moderate category, but I think, yes, in '92, Bill Clinton basically saved the Democratic Party by bringing it back to the center. And I think that's what Mayor Emanuel is trying to do. But that may be an uphill climb because the party, like the Republican Party, may have moved into a different direction. But the Democrats have to take a good hard look at themselves. They lost to Donald Trump twice. Twice. Probably one of the weakest candidates the Republicans have put up in the party's history. And twice they lost to him. So they got to take a good look at what they're doing. And I agree completely with his messaging that the Democratic Party needs to get back more to the center and quit talking about more fringe issues and start talking about kitchen table issues, because they lost. Trump won because they lost a lot of the middle income voters that used to go solidly Democratic.
We were talking before the segment. I think Rahm is the first one, kind of the Democratic Party, to even go, even though it's kind of a tiptoe in, he's the first one to tiptoe in. Before I let you go, Republicans this next cycle. On one hand, you have Trump saying he may run for an unconstitutional third term, which puts everybody kind of in a freeze position. What do we expect to see on the Republican side for that slate?
Well, it depends on what Trump does. He does control the party. The party is fully his, and his endorsement's going to mean a great deal. Now, you know how he typically handles these things. I'm not sure if he's going to come out and immediately endorse J.D. Vance or not, but we'll have to see. But whatever he says will have a big influence. But my message has been to Republicans for the 8 or 9 years, we need to get back more to the Reagan-McCain kind of party than we've seen with Trump, particularly here in Illinois, because it's really devastated the Republican Party here.
Always appreciate your insight, Pat
Chris,
Brady.
good to see you, buddy.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.